Hey traders, this is Rich with breathingwiththemarkets.com. Let's go ahead and dive into some support and resistance. Let's go ahead and take a look. So we have the pound US dollar currency pair, and we'll just do a little test here. Actually, hold on a second. See if I can squeeze this down a little bit. Okay. All right, we're going to go ahead and take our horizontal line, and we're going to click the heck out of it. Go ahead and refresh the screen. Go to a 4-hour chart, and we're going to find touches. A lot of support and resistance traders go ahead and they start to look for touches. Moves away here. Price is moving away. Right? Look at that. Beautiful. Look at that break. Look at that retest. Look at that. Is that a beautiful line there? Found by accident, right? Look at this. Look at how price turned right there. Beautiful. That's what they're trading off of. Look at this. Find these touches just by accident. Saw what I did. Just clicked a bunch of lines on a chart. It's not rocket science. Go ahead and find these. People are actually trading these. They call them zones. This is what they're trading. They say they weren't profitable at it. But I know 95% of the people are not profitable at it. That's the issue, right? These touches. Look how price went through and came back down. Price went and ranged in this area and then dumped. Found the line down here. Look at that. This is not how I trade, nor would I suggest you to trade. Finding touches on a chart does not mean it's a high probability trade. Just because it has touches on a chart, touches on a line. This entire market, the entire market goes up and down, sometimes with or without an attitude, but it travels freely. Okay? See all these touches? We would have traders taking it long, breaking through, retest, broke through and took off. Then they would go over here. They draw their zone. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Exactly. They're going to go short right here. Strong move away, retest, down to the bottom. This has to be a strong zone, according to support and resistance traders. I'm not saying all, but a whole lot of them. And they're going to wait for price to get up here to this peak. And they're certain that they're going to take a short because there was a strong move away and it dumped. This is exactly what I'm talking about. 95% of these support and resistance traders are doing. Who's to say this market's going to stop? Why would their trade stop this market in reverse? There's nothing to indicate that there's going to be a reversal at this time. Nothing. But they'll tell you otherwise. Then they're going to go down here and draw another line. And they're going to tell you that price is going to bounce here, either come down, break through, support, and take off. This is kind of like a duh moment, right? Price is either going to do that, or it's going to retest, come down, then head to the bottom, possibly. And they say that it's only 50-50 chance that it's going to go up, 50-50 chance it's going to go down. That's another duh moment. Really doesn't mean anything. Are they able to explain why price is going to continue up? Or are they able to explain why price decided to reverse? Or do they just say it's a 50-50 gamble? Are you following me? I'm not making fun of anybody. I'm just speaking the facts. There's another one they'll pick. And another one. And another one. Does that look familiar to you? It's all over the internet. Here's another one. I can bet you that a whole hell of a lot of traders are trading this way. And 5% or less traders are profitable or actually have a system. You can have a hobby. You can do this on the side. You can get lucky. But just drawing support and resistance on a chart and assuming price is going to go the opposite direction for no other reason because it hit a peak or a valley, come on. That's taking a bounce. You ever heard taking a bounce? When price bounces in an area, then I go ahead and make an entry or get an entry, or I see a specific candle I like. Where's the confirmation of this entire trade here that it's going to continue up? Can they really explain that? Why did it bounce here and then continue up? Is it just because of the zone? What do we have to our left? Tried to fill a gap. It didn't and took off. Then you have some people say it came down here for liquidity, sucked it up and moved on. No, there's a reason why this didn't keep going down. Do you know that reason? I could show that objectively why that didn't continue to go down. And I teach the mentees that in my mentorship to verify why that price didn't continue down. And I could show them on the chart what to look for. So why did the price take off? Where's the zone to the left? Oh, maybe the touches? Oh, look at that. We got a touch. We got a touch. We got a touch. Look at that. We've got a range. So they would call this strong zone, right? FA. Look at that. That's why it went up. See the touches here? See how price respected this line? Range? Oh, look at that. That's why. Are you kidding me? Are you satisfied with that information? I'm not making fun of anybody. I'm just asking you a specific question. Are you satisfied with that? Are you okay with this? How's it working out for you? How is this information working out for you? How is this information making you a better trader? Not knowing, oh, well, we need to go to a different time frame, right? Need to go to a higher time frame. Let's move the drawings here. So, well, you know what? Let's go to a monthly. Why not? Let's check it out. Ooh, sorry about that. Let's get rid of that. Where's all of our lines there? Do we have any? No, we have a few, not many. Wow, look at the touches. Boom, boom. Look at price. Retest and gone. Why? What happened to these touches? Why did price do that? Broke, came back, retested down, retested. Broke, retest, went through it. Came back up, retest, broke through it. Down, up and off to the races. $284 pips in that area. 284 pips. So, had the bounces, the retests, touch of the line. Say they went short right here, right? I know there's a dirt load, a lot of traders that are not going to have a 284. They're not going to have a 284 stop loss, pip stop loss. They love to squeeze the market. They don't allow the market to breathe. They don't allow the market to breathe. Would I take that trade? Hell no. I have my reasons, objective reasons why not take that trade. And unfortunately, all of the people that were taught support and resistance in this situation on the test of that line to take it short or long, their stop loss is not 284 pips. They try to squeeze. If price went 284 pips against the majority of the traders, first of all, they would not be able to handle that because they didn't train to be able to stay in the market. They would have got out early and then told you that they managed risk. I didn't like the way it looked. I didn't like the way it was acting. I had a hunch. I got out. I had great risk management. Now, how do you have great risk management? By getting out of a trade that went against you. If you knew the direction of the market, why did you get out of it? You took a trade right here. You had some reason to take this trade. Why did you get out? If you were confident in that trade, why didn't you allow it to work? Just because it went 284 pips against you, weren't you confident before you got into that trade? Or you just wanted to test it out? Because you can't just test it out. deep pockets will not continue to just keep testing things out. You have to value your money. You have to get the skill set to understand why that didn't work. Why did price change direction? If you don't know that, you may want to figure that out. You may want to figure that out. Because guessing and gambling is just not going to work. It's not. Guessing and gambling will not work. Here's an hour chart. You know how many people are salivating over this up here? I'm waiting it. I'm waiting for it, they say. They're marking their lines out, telling everyone in Discord where they're waiting and taking it short. And I said this the other day. If you know price is going there, how come you're not in the trade? How come you're not taking this long? Do you have a reason? Why aren't you taking that trade long? Scared? You have a reason to take that trade long. You don't just jump in the market. Well, I think price is going to go there. Okay, you think price is going to go there. Let me know how that works for you. Because if we keep thinking that something's going to happen, we're going to be proven wrong. We have to look at the chart objectively. Can you see what price is doing right now? Has anyone taught you where you're at in the market? Has anyone taught you whether to jump in that trade or whether to wait and give you objective reasons why? Because that's key. Objective reasons why you get in or out of that trade. Not I had a hunch, not my intuition. My intuition, I've been trading for X amount of years and I have this great intuition to understand and see this before that price is going to turn right here. Then months later, blowing accounts, down 200 grand, changing strategies. How many traders continue to change strategies? How many YouTubers will tell you the reason I changed my strategy is because the market is changing. The market's always changing. Really? That's funny. That is funny. I don't trade during the holidays because low liquidity. That's another funny thing. That's crazy, man. The best time to be in the market when the market's open. The worst time to be in the market is when the market's closed. Pretty logical, right? You got to think logically, man. If you're following those who are guessing, and if you're following gamblers who want you to believe that they know how to trade, and they are gamblers, they admit to gambling. They admit their hit rate is not very good. They admit to take an entry or an exit at a high and a low. For what? I'm going to put my stop loss above the high. How about this? If price goes above here and then keeps going above me, I'm just going to take another position. And then I'm going to look for a high over here to take another position. Or maybe 3 or 4 positions to compensate for this terrible trade. And now all of a sudden, they're stuck in the middle of nowhere. They have no idea what price is going to do. You must look at the chart objectively. You must understand the market. And then they don't tell you that this entire area of taking positions long and short to work their way out of a trade might take weeks and months, depending on their time frame. So you've locked up all of your funds, all of your pride to try to work your way out of that trade. And you hope and pray. Because if you knew what direction the market was going, you probably wouldn't be in this position. And it doesn't mean you're going to have a 100% win rate. We're talking about high probabilities here. There must be a high probability before the execution of a trade. You must understand why you're actually executing that trade. It's on a 1-hour chart. 1-hour chart. Why didn't price come down to all these lows right here? Why? Can you explain why? And if you can, you're making progress. If you can explain why that price didn't continue down to this level, objectively, you're making progress. Not guessing. Don't guess. Guessing's not going to do anything for you. Right? Here's an area they would short. Here's another area they would short. It works. How many times, strong move away, that you hear? How many traders are trapped right now? How many traders are trapped and why? They want to go short. And they keep losing and losing and losing. Because they're told that price made a high, made a low, higher high, and it's going to make a higher low soon. And probably in this area. Now, after this video, it may, but that's, how are you coming up with that? How are you literally coming up with that? What makes you think price is going to turn right here? Just because we're looking left? What makes you think price is going to turn right there on the chart? Do you have a valid reason? Be surprised how many people are silent. If you want to learn how to trade objectively, go to breathingwiththemarkets.com, and I teach students how to trade and look at the market objectively. Just look at the market objectively, not without your opinion, just facts. Can you find the facts in the market? Can you find the facts in the market? They're there. I can see them. I can see them as we speak. As we speak, I can see them. What are you going to do? Are you going to continue to guess your way through the market? Seriously. Well, let's change this size here. Getting a little big. Support and resistance, right? The market has to move up and down. There's support resistance from the second chart. The market moves up and down. Yes, a lot of people say this. The market continues to move up and down. Wow, look at all those support and resistance zones. Actually, throw a couple lines in there, make people happy here. There we go. How about that? Let's go down to a 30. Here we go again. Here we go again. Look at how beautiful this is, traders. Look at this. Huh? That's why price did this, right? You see how that was? Support and resistance, supply and demand. Look at the touches here. Oh my, oh my. Look at that. Huh? And look at price. Can anyone say what price is going to do to the right? Look at this right here. Let's get out our guess meter. Let's just take a guess. Right? Look at that bad boy. We got traders going short or traders going long. 50-50, right? Have you heard that? 50-50. Do you want to be a 50-50 trader? You want to guess? That's gambling, right? You go to a blackjack table, just you and the dealer, and it's a 50-50 chance. 50% chance he's going to get better cards than you. 50% chance you're going to have better cards. Just from the first two cards coming out. Not playing the hand, right? Because the odds are different at that point. What are traders going to do right here? You know how many people went short already? They went short. They saw the first bearish candle and they went short. Why? Look at all these touches. This line is respected. That's what they say. The line is respected. Is that how we trade? Is that a high probability trade? Why? If it works out, then they raise their hands and say, yes, I told you. See those touches to the left? That's a high probability trade. Disclaimer. In my opinion, it's not how to trade. It's not how to trade. In my opinion, that is gambling. In my opinion, that is just, it's guessing. You have a hope and pray. That's a hope and pray. Can you go to sleep on this trade? Can you enter this trade without a stop loss? Why not? Why or why not? I'm just giving you examples. You got to think logically. Think logically, right? Look at the chart. Look at this. They say beautiful zone. See all these touches here? Beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at that. Look at that. And they come down here. Let's see. That's my zone. That's my zone right there. They come up here. Yep. The computer worked. That's another zone. Yep, that's where price is headed. Yep, this is where price came from. Yep, going to the top. That's where price is headed. They don't even know why. Can you look at this chart objectively and say where you think price is headed, why or why not? Or when you think price will turn from there? Looks like a pretty strong move up, right? Could be a little bit of exhaustion, right? Could be. But do you know objectively? Can you look at this entire area and understand what price is doing? Is that a primary to take a short? Ask yourself, how's that working out for you? Me? I wouldn't take that short. So, nor would it take it long right now. But the point is, if you don't understand how to look at a chart and no one really taught you what to look for, explain in detail that where you can see things objectively, not a hunch, not my opinion, not my intuition. I've been traded for 10 years, 11 years, 15 years, and I understand the market. And the reason you don't understand the market is because it's going to take time. Do you believe that? Seriously. Do you think it's going to take somebody 15 years to learn how to trade? Or do you think the better the education, the better the mentorship? Do you think if you went and spoke with and had a mentorship on a guy that traded the floor, who had a different style in trading, he's probably a wealth of knowledge, and he could teach you exactly what he knows, but it's up to you to apply the knowledge that he taught you or she taught you, because they're not to blame. I can teach someone how to trade, but if they cannot put in the time themselves and practice what I teach them, the only person to blame is themselves. They cannot blame anyone else. Education is not free. Dedication is not free. Time is money. And every day that you spend on a chart doing exactly what I'm doing right here today, it's not helping you. This type of mentality is not going to help you. I don't believe it. It's my opinion. This type of stuff is not helping you. This is guessing what price is going to do when it reaches a peak or a valley, a high or a low, whatever you want to call it, support, resistance, supply and demand, strong move away. All of these buzzwords. I'm sorry, but that is scary. Doesn't matter what time frame you're on. Does not matter what time frame you're on. The market moves the same. The market's not changing. If you're not doing well, it's because you're not doing well. Maybe you went through some psychological not being patient enough for your entry. But still, if you cannot identify what the market is doing as a whole and when it's actually turning and when it's not right to turn, and you get caught, and there are traps throughout this entire market. The market goes up and down and up and down, sometimes really quick. But if you can navigate through the market and not assume that price is going to turn because we have touches. Is that really powerful information? Seriously, look, think about it. Touches on a chart. Touches. Look at the touches. There are traders successful at gambling. There are traders successful at support and resistance, supply and demand. Absolutely. There's a reason that some traders are successful in those areas. And the reason is, if you know how to look at the chart objectively, and it does get to a supply or demand, support or resistance zone of interest, depending on how price gets there and what the overall picture is, your probability gets higher. But just because it's at a peak or a valley, support, resistance, supply or demand, does not mean price is going to turn. That's flat out false. That is not a fact. It's not a fact. So I just wanted to give you some input on this, and I hope you understand that just because you can click buttons on any chart does not mean you have found a zone to trade off of. You can scalp. Yeah, you can scalp. What line are you going to scalp and why? What line are you going to scalp and why? Do you know why? Because scalpers can really follow the market if they're good scalpers, right? There's good and bad. So what lines are you going to follow if that's how you're scalping? And I don't know. I mean, I don't sit there and use lines. I follow the market. I understand the market. But the point is, price moves up and down from the second chart to the monthly chart. Pick your flavor. Are you a more aggressive trader? You get down in the lower time frames. Are you one that relax a little bit? You can have big stop losses if you want, or if you use a stop loss. Pick your time frame. Why does this monthly candle why is that monthly candle going to affect me on a 30-minute chart? A monthly candle area. So the point is, why are you looking at a higher time frame if you're trading on a lower time frame? What is that going to do for you? What is it really going to do? So this entire area is that last monthly candle. Doesn't make any sense. This is the monthly candle prior. This is the current monthly candle. Why does this area explain why this area is needed to trade this area? Think logically. I'm just giving you some things to think about. There are reasons why you might not be trading as well as you want to. Are you following gamblers? Are you following those who gamble? Are you following those who admit to gambling? There are professional gamblers. Do they have a lot of cash flow coming in for their stop losses? Did they even explain that? Did they tell you that? Because it's pretty easy to just push a button and guess if you have a constant flow of money coming in from another source and using that as a stop loss. Is that risk management? Is that getting lucky? Can they explain why they keep changing their strategies and then telling people, oh, the market is changing? That's some funny shit. The market's changing. Look back in history and see for yourself if the market changes. Do you see anything different from the market? Go back in the history. Identify it yourself. Do the candles like change? Do they look different? Do they look weird? Or does price still move up and down? I'll leave that for you to decide. Those who say that they're changing their strategy because the market is changing, you need to ask yourself a question and think logically. Now, there are people that want to go from swing trading to scalping. No problem. They might go to a different time frame and need to adjust their strategy a little bit. No problem. They may go to a prop firm that has different rules where they can't DCA or smack the market when it goes against you and you have the time frame and you have the direction right. When price goes against me, I smack it and get another entry in. I don't mind price going against me because I have the direction right. If you have the direction right, you shouldn't mind at all if price goes against you. You get a cheaper price and you stack it if you're allowed to stack it. A lot of people like to add to their winners. You hear this all the time. Well, think about it. When you start to add to your winners, it's the opposite effect of adding when they say add to a loser. I didn't say add to a loser. I'm adding to a winner that gave me a better price. Does it make sense? I don't add to a loser. You know where you are in the chart. You know where you are in the chart. Why would you add to a loser? Just because it's in the red a little bit, it's breathing, you think it's a loser? Come on. Think logically. Think about everything that everyone says, why they say it. There are a lot of successful people out there, men and women. They have their own style. But think logically. Look at the chart objectively. Can you find the reasons why price goes up and down? Do you understand that? Just ask these simple questions. Ask a question why somebody keeps changing their strategy. Ask them why they don't trade during the holiday season, November, December. November, December, there's trillions of dollars in the market. Those are some of the best months. Yeah. Yeah. So think about it. I hope you have a great day. I wish you well. Look at the chart objectively. And if you want to learn how I trade, go to breathingwiththemarkets.com. Breathingwiththemarkets.com and make sure that you click and read all of the disclaimers. Thank you. Peace. Have a great day. Take care.